Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. This is Topsy Gift here in Ternopil, Ukraine. Oh, it's been a long while since I came live on Facebook. And today I just thought about coming live on Facebook to do something on children. Sometimes I talk about relationships, sometimes I talk about, you know, I talk about everybody. I talk about uh, children as well. If you go to my YouTube channel, Topsy Gift, you could see a lots of videos I've done on children, on relationship, and many others. Okay. Hello, Ma Chinwe. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Okay, cool. So today I just want to be talking about why you should build self-esteem in your children. Why you should build self-esteem in your children. Good to have you, Machiwe. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. Please, when you come, help me share the video or invite somebody or inbox the video as well. Somebody to be blessed. Hello, Ma Charles. ID. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I usually come live on Facebook, but that was a very long time ago. But now I hope I'll be coming as often as possible because of my baby. But let's see how it goes. Hello, baby. That's my husband, Clement. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Please, as you come in, help me share the video and invite your friends. I'm going to be talking about why you must build self-esteem in your children. Why you must build self-esteem in your children. Why is it important? Why is it important for us to build self-esteem in our kids? Because really, a lot of children still suffer, the negative effects of, not having self-esteem in themselves. We see it in relationship, we see it in the social world, because children weren't built, this self-esteem were not developed in them by their parents, or they never got to know this, their self-worth. Eventually they keep having problems while they grow up, and become parents, because it affects, while it affects them as kids, they grow to become teenagers, it still affects them. They're going to become youths, it still affects them. They go into marriages as fathers or as mothers, and this same thing becomes a problem. And eventually they bring it up to the society as a whole, and people are being, people then begin to feel this self-esteem, lack of self-esteem from this person. The people around this individual begins to be hurt because this person does not have self-esteem. Okay, so it goes around, it circulates. If you think, oh, not building self-esteem in my child is just about my child, no, it's gonna affect everybody around the child, as the child grows up. Hello, Sir William, thank you for joining. Hello, Ma Lola Love, thank you for joining. God bless you. Thank you so much. So please, as you come in, help me share the video and invite your friends. Help me share the video and invite your friends. So we are talking about why you must build self-esteem, why you should build self-esteem in your children, why you should build self-esteem in your children. So I was just talking about, one of the importance of self-esteem, that it helps for these children to be valuable in their society, and to be problem and solution providers, problem solvers and solution providers, because they understand who they are and what they can produce, what they can do, because if they don't have it, there's going to be a lot of problems. Seriously, there's going to be a lot of problems. They always depend, they have this dependency ratio. They want to always depend on somebody or people around them, or just to provide solution in any little problem. They don't believe they can provide solution to anything at all. Hello, Sauga. Thank you for joining. That your Ukrainian name is very hard for me to pronounce. Thank you for joining. all the same. So help me share the video and invite your friends. So why you should build self-esteem in your children. Hello, Sir Benjamin. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Why you should build self-esteem in your children. It's very important. We lack self-esteem. A lot of teenagers, a lot of children, a lot of parents carry over this thing, this lack of self-esteem. They carry it over, and then their children are being hurt as well. Because when they don't when parents don't even know who they are, they don't even have self-esteem. Imagine how they were gonna feel about their own children. Okay, so there's much love is not being shared to these children when they don't know who they are. Hello, Sir Benjamin. Thank you for joining. Hello, Sir Chris. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Please, as you come in, share the video. So let's start by defining what self-esteem is. According to dictionary, self-esteem is confidence in one's worth or ability. So having confidence in yourself, or having confidence in your ability, okay, and understanding your self-worth, understanding what you worth, understanding yourself, understanding what you can, what you have, the solutions you have inside of you, what you can produce, what you can solve. Understanding who you are, it's so important. It's so important. Hello, Alele Salvation. Thank you for joining. God bless you. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce the name very well. So, Peter, thank you for joining. Peter Waneri, that's my friend. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. So, like I was saying, so self-esteem, according to dictionary, it's called confidence. So, self-esteem is confidence in one's own worth or ability. So, when you understand who you are and you understand what you worth, then you know where you can function properly. You know what you can, what people are expecting of you, and what you can give out to your society. You have something inside of you that you can be so proud to solve somebody's problem, and you're so proud to to bring out this thing you have inside of you. You're so confident, you so much believe in yourself that you can do a particular thing, that you can do a thing. Okay, so what are the benefits of self-worth or self-esteem in children? Okay, number one, children with self-esteem, they see themselves as valuable people. That's number one. They see themselves as valuable people. So imagine if your child does not see him or herself as a valuable child. That child is going to feel, that child is going to be depressed. That child is not going to have confidence. Even, not knowing that, oh, I can do this, or I'm valuable, or I'm supposed to be acceptable by the society. I'm supposed to be a star. I'm supposed to be a star. So because they don't understand, if children don't understand their value, then they become depressed. So children with self-esteem understand their value and they understand their worth. And because they understand their value and their worth, they also tend to see other children as valuable. They also tend to see other people around them as valuable. Why? Because they understand that they themselves are valuable. Because if a child does not understand that he or she is valuable, the child will not also understand that this other child is also valuable. So this advantage we see in our society today. If people do not understand the value of humans, of themselves, that's when they go about hurting each other, hurting other people. Why? Because they don't understand that they themselves are valuable. So why should I understand you as, why should I know you're valuable when I don't even know I'm valuable? So the first thing is the focus is me. When I understand myself, then I can understand another person. You understand? So our families, our parents, owe us the duty of inculcating or building self-worth, self-esteem into our kids. Why? Because when a child understands their self-esteem, they go about to distribute the same kind of love, the same kind of words. They value others because they are being valued by them, by their parents, and their parents have told them how much they worth to the world, to the society, to themselves, and to their parents and friends around them. So because they understand that they have self-esteem, that they want something, so they begin to see children around them as they also be worth of something. Okay, because if you don't teach your child of his or her self-esteem or self-worth, they will not also see other children as being valuable, because that's how. Because if I understand I have self-esteem, and I know other children have self-esteem, I won't go about to hurt them. Why? Because they are valuable to me as much as I'm valuable to them. So I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them. I want to make them happy, because I want the happiness in return as well. I want the happiness in return. So it is so important that we teach our children, that they worth so much to us, that they worth so much to the society, that they worth so much. Okay? So now, children who have self-esteem, they also have this opportunity to solve problem. They see challenging situations as opportunities. Hello Simon, thank you for joining. He said agreed, gifts. Thank you so much. God bless you. OB Oscar, thank you for joining. God bless you. Please, as you come in, share the video and invite your friends as well. So if anybody has something else to say, maybe you can write on the comment box, or you can as well join to contribute to what we're discussing today. So we are talking about why you should instill or build self-esteem in your children. Is so important. It's so important. Like I was saying, I already mentioned few importance of building self-esteem in your children. So children who their parents built in self-esteem in them, see challenging situations as an opportunity. Why? Because they know that they are solution providers. They are solution providers. They try to help in any way they can. Hello, peace. Thank you for joining. God bless you. They always want to try something. They always want to attempt something. They don't say no. When you ask a child a question, even the child does not know the answer, the child attempts to answer that question. Why? Because they feel like, I should know the answer, I should know this thing. Why? Because they already have this self-esteem built in them, so they feel like I should just contribute something, I should just help. They have this heart of helping, solving problem, So opportunities that people run away, challenges that people run away from, they see it as opportunity. So when they have difficulties, for example, when a child is in class and have difficulties in solving calculative subjects, like let's say for example mathematics, but because they have self-esteem, they always want to keep trying. No matter how many times they fail, they want to keep trying, because they believe, I can do it, I can get this, I know I can do it, I know I can achieve this, there's no way I can fail this. Mom told me I have the ability to do all things. Okay, so they want to attempt everything. They want to make sure they bring solution. They want to make sure that these challenges around them does not weigh them down, does not depress them. They want to always smile. They want to make sure they provide solution to the problems around them. Hello, Sayomi Jagede. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. So it is so important to instill self-esteem in your children, because you as a parent, you're going to benefit in the future, as well as the child and the people around the child. They are going to benefit from these children tomorrow. So those children are always dogged in nature. Children who have self-esteem are dogged children in nature. They don't see They don't see negativity around them. They are also always positive mindset. They always have this they are always dogged. There's this doggedness they have inside of them that they believe so much in themselves that they can do all things. So self-esteem is so important. Growing up as a child, oh my God, some of our parents really do not understand these things, and we tend to grow. I grew up in a family where my mother tried actually to build in self-esteem in us, even though she doesn't know it is called self-esteem. She just tried her little possible best to build in self-esteem in us, but it was not a conscious thing that she took note of to really do, impact in us. Because of that, I have a little bit of low self-esteem. Believe me, I had to, growing up, I had to really try to work on myself. I had to do a lot of work to, build my self-esteem. I am so shy. I really can't stand humans. I can't stand camera. I can't stand anybody. Even in class, believe me, even in class while I was growing up, while I'm in class and peradventure the teacher asks a question, or what is for example, the teacher comes and asks, what is a noun? Believe me, I know the definition of a noun, but I don't have the confidence to stand up and answer the question. And then the teacher will say, excuse me, nobody knows what a noun is in this class. Now I'm going to flog the whole class. And I know what a noun is, for God's sake, but I don't know how to, say, excuse me, ma, I want to answer the question. Why? Because I am so shy. I'm so shy. I'm not so confident in myself to say what a noun is. I'm not so confident in myself to say what a noun is and save the whole class the stress of being punished. But I would receive the punishment. I still know what a noun is. Oh my God. I am sitting there. I'm carrying a solution inside of me. But I cannot say it out. Why? Because I feel, what if I say it and I don't say it correctly? Or what if I say it and, I'm not so bold in saying it? What about this? What about that? I don't want my classmates to laugh at me, or I don't want people to, shame me, or I don't want my teacher to even flog me for not saying it properly. So all of these thoughts inside of me is what is going to keep me. And being that I wasn't really, my parents really didn't work on that part of me. So I'm always on my own. And even though I try to talk when I'm around people. Why? So I can cover up the other side of me, the other low, the low self-esteem I have inside of me. I try to cover it up by talking too much, but that does not stop me from, having this low self-esteem. Okay, I had so much low self-esteem. I don't believe in myself. I don't believe I can achieve anything. I don't believe I can amount to anything. I don't believe I just feel like everybody around me is better than me. So it began to affect me, began to affect my personality, began to affect everything about me. So while in class, we all get punished for an answer I know, for something I know that would have saved everybody. So low self-esteem is really bad, and it's really important our parents instill this self-esteem in us, because it's gonna save a lot of things for your child, for the society. Okay, somebody just wrote a comment. Sir Williams wrote a comment. He first of all laughed. He said, ha ha ha, my God, she won't define a noun to save the whole class from punishment. Yes, so I sometimes when I go home I say, oh my God, and I know what a noun is, for God's sake. I just feel sorry for the whole class. I know what a noun is, but I don't have the confidence to stand up and say, oh, a noun is the name of person, animal, place, or thing, or just to define now. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I don't want people to laugh at me, or I don't know what people are going to say of me. And that thought, children, when you miss a word, or when you say a thing and you say it wrongly, the way everybody's going to laugh at you. So that fear of not being laughed at kept me And the fear of not being accepted by everyone else, or the fear of not knowing the correct way of saying it or the right answer. Okay, I've seen people that are so bold, even while they are making mistake, they are so bold. They say the wrong thing, but they're so bold saying it. I'm like, wow, how can you be so wrong and you're so bold? You get? So, but I can't do that. I can't. It's better I keep my mouth shut than saying that, putting myself in more problem. Hello, my Ida Ranwa, thank you for joining. Hello, ma Caroline, thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. Hello, Sir Paul Ifeanyi, thank you for joining. God bless you. So, self-esteem is so important that you don't know what you're doing for your child. You don't know what you're doing for your child. You know, it is people who have so much self-esteem that attempt to do things that looks awkward. You know, the people just say, are you okay? Hello, are you okay? How can you be doing, like, are you okay? Do you think you can achieve any results? Or do you think you can come up with any solution? Or do you think you can solve this problem? Yeah. So people with so much self-esteem are people who want to really solve problems. A lot of people who have, contributed to humanity today, it's not because they don't. Okay, some people who have not contributed, okay, they know these things. They have the idea. They know that, oh, if I do 1 + 1 is 2, but they don't have the confidence to attempt, bringing together negative and positive, or they don't have the confidence to add 1 + 1 to produce 2. You understand? They don't believe, what if I add 1 + 1 and it doesn't become 2? Oh my God, I've just made a mess of myself. They are so concerned about what others will say, instead of attempting and failing and dusting themselves and moving on. Oh, I tried, it didn't work, but I'm going to try again. So people with self-esteem are not afraid to fail. They are not afraid of failure. People with self-esteem are not afraid to fail. Children with self-esteem, they are not afraid to say, oh, mommy, I wasn't able to solve this mathematics. I got 0. Oh, daddy, I got 0. What do you think I can do to get 10/10? Oh, how else can I improve? What should I do? Daddy, what should I do? Oh, mommy, what should I do to be better? They are not afraid to say, oh, I'm going to hide my result from my mommy. I'm going to hide my result from my daddy. I don't want them to see that I got 0 in this course. Why? Because some of our parents even make things worse. The moment your child fails a particular subject, oh my God, you rain insult on that child. You begin to abuse the child. You begin to make the child feel like the child can never, ever get that subject correct. It's not right. It's not right. I remember my father those days when I don't do well in a particular subject, oh my God, instead of you to get appreciation and having been talked into that you have the ability to achieve it, believe me, my father is going to insult you. He's going to insult you. Even he's going to the extent that he will even say that the money he paid for your school fees is a waste. Machinwe is saying not believing in themselves for fear of error and being mocked. That is it, though. That is just it. The fear of being mocked. They don't want to be mocked. Yes, that's true, ma. God bless you, ma. Hello, ma Miran. Thank you for joining. Saying hello. So it's so important. My father is going to rain insult on me the moment I fail any particular subject. So he's not going to think, oh, why did she fail it? How else can I help her? How else can I make her know that she can achieve and even become best in that subject and come out with a better result? Oh, my child took 39 out of 40 students. How can I make that child come first in class? rather than making the child look like you will never ever get first in class. My father is so good at it. Hey, don't ever show my father a bad result. Your day is finished. You're going to go, because after my father finished raining insult on me, you know what? The low self-esteem that I had will increase. It will increase. I will look for a corner and cry out my head. I will cry and soak my clothes with tears. Why? Because I feel that I can't do it. I can't. Oh, I tried. I couldn't do it. And my father already concluded I can't do it. So I just feel, yes, it's true, I can't do it. So the only thing I can do is to cry about it. I never had a father who told me that, oh, you can't do it. You can't do it. See, okay, how have you been doing it? Okay, daddy, I did it like this. Mommy, I did it like this. Oh no, that was the mistake. Okay, this is how you would have done it. Okay, if you do it like this, you will get a better result. But rather, my father made life hell for me, made study hell for me. So it took me years of struggle as a teenager to try to accept myself, to try to accept who I am, to try so much to accept myself. Because see, when you don't build in self-esteem in your children, believe me, they're going to suffer low self-esteem in their teenagehood. They're going to suffer low self-esteem in their youthful age. They're going to suffer low self-esteem even in their relationship and in their marriage. They're going to suffer it so much. And, you know, they're going to so hate themselves. Okay? So, children who suffer low self-esteem based on what they constantly hear from their parents, some children are the ones who even go ahead to either poison their parents, to hurt other people around them, to kill themselves, or to commit suicide, or to do anything, to go into drug, to go into prostitution, armed robbery, you know, just so that they can be accepted, because they feel like the whole world, first and foremost, their parents did not accept them. Now they feel like society or their friends around them did not accept them. So I don't give a damn. Let me use my life to do what I want to do. Since nobody accepts me, then let me do what I want. You know, it's really bad. It's so bad. Machiwe is saying you will retreat to your shell once your self-confidence is shaken with negative words. That is true, ma. That is so true. Say some of us still do today, for lack of understanding and the psychological impact. And there's psychological impact on these things, believe me. Thank you so much, Machinwe, for this contribution. God bless you. Seriously, I struggled for myself. I struggled for my self-esteem. I struggled so hard. I said, God, how can I stand, you know, in front of other kids, but I can't express myself properly. I can't even. What is your name? Have you seen children when they ask what is your name? They feel so shy to tell you what their name is. They feel so shy. They won't. It's like it's like grand shoe open so that they will sink inside. They don't even to that extent that they don't even have the confidence to tell you their name. So that's really how bad it is. So imagine if that child keeps growing that kind of attitude. Imagine. So these kind of people, when they find themselves in offices, for example, they made it through life, they got certificates, you know, they got a job, but their companies cannot send them to represent them outside, you know, outside where they are. That company cannot be so bold to send you to Germany, to send you to Sweden, to send you to, you know, foreign countries to go and represent them. Why? Because you know this thing, but you're not confident enough to say it. You're not confident enough to present yourself, to present your words, to present what you have, to present solutions. So you are being kept one side, not because you don't know this thing, not because you don't have solution. Company is having a problem and you have a solution to this problem,
but you are not bold enough to present it when you guys have board meeting. You are not so confident to bring it out. That's how people don't get promoted in their offices. They are so comfortable in that secretary job that they are doing. They are so comfortable in that that position that they got. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to show myself. Let's not be like I'm showing myself. But it's not about showing yourself. But you have the solution. Why do you think God brought you to that office? Why do you think you are there? Why do you think you're there? Do you think it's a coincidence? God actually brought you there probably for a reason. And you have the solution to save a company that is about to crash. And you are keeping the solution. Why? Because you don't even have confidence to release it. And peradventure somebody else who is even your junior staff just bring up that solution that you are trying to deny your company. That person will be promoted ahead of you. And then you want to start envying or jealousy or feeling bad that your junior staff have been promoted above you. Hello. Please don't feel bad. Why? Because you didn't have the confidence to bring out the solution when it was needed. So it is so important to build in self-confidence in our kids, because later on in the future is going to help them a lot. It's going to help them a lot to bring solution, to become problem solvers. So Machinwe is also right. He said some of these children with low self-esteem might have dyslexia, which is not detected for support because our society lack awareness of the issue. That's true, man. That is true. So low self-esteem is so bad. You just don't want to put your child through that. Okay, we have a friend here. Me and my husband visited this girl. Okay, this girl is beautiful. Okay, she's even a white. Funny enough, she's a white and she's studying medicine. I think she should be graduating very soon. Now, what happened? One day we went to her house. She cut her hair. She held her long hair, cut it. She was looking so depressed, so sad. So we tried to talk to her. You know what happened? She said she hates herself. She hates the way she looks. She hates everything about herself. She wants to die. She wants to kill herself. This is a student studying in Ukraine. She wants to die. Now, her family are back there where she's coming from, but don't know what she's going through here in Ukraine. She wants to kill herself. Why? Because she feels I'm not beautiful. Okay, she said, oh, if I take a picture and I upload on Facebook, my friends don't like it. They don't go to click like or love. They don't even comment. Nobody even likes my picture. And we asked her, why do you think that happened? She said, because they make me feel I am not pretty enough. So I'm not beautiful. So I want to kill myself. I was shocked because looking at her, I was seeing a beautiful woman. I was seeing a pretty lady. I was just so surprised. But if you needed to see the way this girl was looking that the day we visited her. She wants to die. Now that's how people commit suicide. Because, I upload pictures on Facebook. Anytime I appear on a picture, my friends don't like it. People don't like the picture. Or people don't comment. They don't say anything. Okay, if I take pictures with some people, some people go to the picture, they comment, but they mention those people's name, but they don't mention my name. That means I'm not pretty enough. Can you imagine? So low self-esteem would have made that girl to commit suicide. So we had to talk her out of that sense. We had to talk. We spent almost the whole day, me and my husband, talking to this girl, this pretty lady, telling her how pretty she is, and how much she worth, because she's so intelligent. We had to resurrect her self-esteem. It took us almost the whole day. We stayed there till evening, just talking sense into this girl. And so that thing created awareness inside of us. Anytime she posted a picture on Facebook, we'll go and comment. We'll tell her how beautiful she is, how she's looking so fine, how the world is waiting for her. We just tell her something good. And that was how she started posting more pictures, to see more pictures. That is how God was able to use us to save that girl's life. That was how her life was. Imagine if she had met the wrong person. You know, her parents would have just heard that somebody died and they brought back her corpse. And they'll bring her dead body. This is somebody who left her father's house to go and study medicine, only to get to school and then commit suicide. Why? Because she feels she's ugly. So we had to reassure her. Yes, ma, she needed reassurance. Yes, ma, Chiwe. So we had to reassure her that she's pretty. So imagine, having a child who does not have self-esteem. Please, our parents, I beg you, look at your children very carefully. Which of them is having problem with self-esteem? Try as much as you can to instill self-esteem in these children. It's going to affect them. It's going to affect them a lot. Believe me, you won't be there to see what they're going through. Behind you, some of them are dying. Behind the beautiful clothes you buy for them, the nice jewelries, the nice phone, they are dying in silence. Please, let's take caution and look at our children. See which of them is having problems with self-esteem and try to build it. Reassure your children how much they're worth, how beautiful, how handsome they are, how intelligent they are. Oh, how much of a solution provided they are. Tell them that the world needs them. Tell them the world is waiting for them. Tell them how much they worth, what they are carrying inside of them. That the world is going to be amazed at what they are going to produce. Tell them these things, if not all, every day, if not all the day. Please keep telling them you are beauty. You don't know what you're doing to them. Because as you keep speaking it into their head, they understand, the more they understand who they are. So children with self-esteem are goal-oriented and they are goal-getters. They set a goal for themselves and they want to make sure they achieve it. They have self-esteem. They have so much confidence that I can do this thing. Or I believe in myself to the extent that I can build a car that one can fold this car and pocket it and go to another country, remove the car and, drive. Somebody will say you are mad. You've gone mad. No, you've gone bananas. Are you okay? How can you say you build a car that can be folded? You build a car that can be folded. Hello? That's how somebody built a bicycle that can be folded. You just fold the bicycle, put it in your car, and you are gone. So I won't be surprised if somebody wakes up tomorrow and say, I can build a car that can be folded. All you need is to make sure you get a bag, a size of bag that is okay for that kind of car. Just fold your car, put it in your bag, and you go to, go to any country you want. Release your car and get a petrol and you're off. Okay, Sir Williams is right. He said many adults are still suffering from this monster. Topsy, what's the way out? Wow. Imagine when an adult is suffering from self-esteem. When an adult is having low self-esteem. Like I said previously, it took me a lot of studies. It took me a lot of studies to believe in myself. It took me a lot. I had to. Now, the first thing that helped me was that I'm a Christian. That's the first thing that helped me. When I was a child, I didn't understand, I didn't really have a relationship with God. But when I grew up and I started studying the Word of God for myself, I started trying to know God for myself. Then I started seeing who God said I am. That's when I was like, wait, did God say I'm this? Oh, did God say I'm this? Wow. Then I started building relationship with God. When I started building relationship with God, I started getting more insight, more understanding of who I am. Now I don't define myself by what people say. I define myself by what His Word is saying. Okay, when God tells me, when his word tells me that I can do all things through him who strengthens me, I'm like, wow, then I can. When he says that I'm made in his image and likeness, and I look at the God of creation, the God that created the heavens and earth, no, he is not a joker. No, he cannot be less beautiful. He cannot be less handsome or whatever word. He is too amazing to create this earth. So when I look at some beautiful creations, I say, no, my Father is this, must be more than this. So if he say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, then I am. So for adults who are having issues on this topic, on this aspect of life, they need to first of all build relationship with God. Because see, when they build relationship with God, God is actually going to, with his word, in his word, reassure them, tell them who they are. I made you for a reason. Okay, somebody is asking, what if I'm not a Christian? What's the way out? Okay. If you are not a Christian, what is the way out? Well, like what worked for me, like I said previously, what worked for me was assurance in the word of God and God himself. God, my creator. I had to go back to my creator and be sure of who I am and understand myself. So I wasn't defining myself by what my parents say or what my friends are saying, but by what his word said. And now, mind you, I didn't stop at that. I didn't stop at reassuring myself, by studying the word of God. I started reading books. I started reading books on self-esteem. I started reading books on, how to become confident, or how to do it, how you can achieve a particular goal. I started listening to programs. I started listening to, so there's so many ways you can get. If you're not a Christian, you can listen to messages that can help you boost your self-esteem, that can help you reassure you of who you are. There are a lot of materials out there you can study, you can read all by yourselves, you can watch, that can help you, building this self-esteem. So first of all, if you're not a Christian, the first thing you have to do is to first of all agree that, oh, I have self-esteem. That's one thing. Secondly, then agree that I by myself, I will have to try my possible best to look for a way to, regain who I am, to understand myself, to understand who God has made me to be. So if you don't want to study God's word, there are a lot of materials out there you can study that can bring back your self-worth, that can bring back yourself. So there are beautiful and awesome materials that have been written out there by great men and women that you can read constantly, and it can help you bring out the real person in you. So the reason why I connected it to God is because you were not created all by yourself. You were made by somebody. God actually created you. So God is the best. God is in the best position to assure you, because he's not a man that he should lie. So a man can make mistake while writing or while talking, but God cannot make a mistake. So he made your nose in a particular way, or he made your eyes, or he made your mouth, or he made your hair, or so he knows why he made. So that's why it's more affirmed. It's awesome. It's better. It's better for me, if you would ask me, for you to go to your creator. So when you get self-confidence from who created you, then you can read as many materials as you can. Why? Because God cannot lie to you. He's not a man that he should lie. So that is why it is more important to me. So, but if you're not a Christian, why not? Go to YouTube, go to wherever, get as many materials as you want, and build in your self-esteem. So now, that's what we're talking about. So, sir, I don't know if I answered your question, Ugochukwu, and Sir Williams, I think so. So, back to base. So, children with self-esteem and teenagers and parents or whoever with self-esteem have what we call, they have confidence and they have dignity. They have dignity in themselves. Okay, now let me talk about the place of dignity. When we talk about, when we relate this to a lady, if a lady has low self-esteem, now see the problem. Okay, before I go there, let me read what my husband wrote. He said, if you are not a Christian, there are a lot of books out there about self-esteem. Thank you, sir. And he also wrote, you can go on YouTube. Said there are many motivational videos on YouTube. So like I said, you can go on YouTube and get as many materials as possible. So hello, my Jennifer, or sir, I don't know. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Please share the video and invite your friends. So talking about dignity and confidence. Now if a lady grows up with low self-esteem and she does not have dignity, oh my God, imagine that girl, that story I told you, that girl that did not have self-esteem, that wanted to commit suicide. Now let me tell you something. There are a lot of prostitutes out there that not because they wanted to be prostitutes, that's why they actually joined that gang or that club, but because they lacked self-esteem. They lacked self-confidence. So they saw their friends, the way they dress, the way they talk, they felt like, that person is so bold. So, and they begin to, question, they begin to draw closer to this person. And the person is like, oh, if you want people to rep you, rep is respect. If you want people to respect you and, say, lift your morale, make sure they put you in the right place, join us, join my club, join my gang. So they look for wares, they look for anything at all that can make people respect them. And so this can drive a child to go prostituting, not because she doesn't even, not because she really wants to sleep with as many men as possible to make money, just because she feels like, oh, those people are the ones who have self-esteem, or they are the ones who have respect, they are the ones who society are respecting. So that's why I should be with them. That's why I should be with them. So if a girl child loses her self-esteem, now if she's having if she's in a relationship where the guy, bullies her, beats her day and night, rain insults on her, this lady will not go, she will not quit the relationship. Why? Because she feels like, he loves me, he's the only person who accepted me the way I am. That's why no matter what he does to me, I'm going to remain, I'm going to bear. Now she's in the relationship where this guy is beating her like a punch bag. He's using her, like a boxing, training stuff. But she can't go away. She will still be the one to say, I'm sorry. She'll still be the one to come and apologize, even though she's the one who deserves to be apologized to. So she will still remain in that relationship. Why? Because she feels that's the only guy who accepted me. That's the only person who wants to stay with me. Nobody wants me. So he's the only person who wants me. So I just have to remain. So a lot of ladies are suffering their relationship. A lot of women are suffering their marriages. Why? Because they had low self-esteem before they got there. So the guy keeps reminding them, oh, you cannot speak proper English. Oh, you're not that pretty. Oh, you come from a poor family. Oh, you did. So looking for that weak point. The moment the man knows, of course, if it's one who wants to take advantage of the woman, once the man knows that she doesn't have self-esteem and she does not know her worth, and she has, let's say, her eyes isn't properly, okay, and the person isn't okay, the person feels low self-esteem because she has a problem with her face or with her hand or whatever, or she is not from a rich family, or she doesn't know how to construct a proper sentence, so she's been taken advantage of, yet, but she can't go away. She can't leave the relationship. Why? Because the guy keeps reminding her, nobody's gonna accept you because you have this problem, you have that problem, you have the other problem. Nobody. I'm the only person who can manage you. I'm the only man who can manage you, so don't even go there. So you should even be appreciating me for trying so hard to manage your person. You can imagine. So when the girl goes back to her, to her private room, and she just reminded herself that it's true, there's nobody who is going to accept me the way I am, so I just have to remain, I just have to bear. That is it. So, but I've seen people, imagine Pastor Nick, a man without arms, he doesn't have legs, he doesn't have hands. Hello? But he's not just being respected by his wife and kids, but the whole world. A lot of people are being blessed by a man who does not have arms and legs. So I'm sure it took either his parents or himself to build his self-worth and self-esteem for the world to turn around to learn from a man who they thought cannot offer them anything. And somebody saying, Nick is my man. Oh, Nick is my mentor. Oh, Pastor Nick is my mentor. For somebody who is complete to look at Pastor Nick and say, that man is my mentor. It took either the parent or himself to have worked on his self-esteem. That you could stand among men who are tall, as in, who have arms, who have legs, who are so complete. It can only take self-confidence for you to be able to stand among men and women of such nature and still be so proud, to impact your word. Pastor Nick would have said, oh my God, why I hate myself. God, why did you make me? Why do you create me this way? Why do you make me, why did I come to this world? I don't have arms, I don't have legs. Now how do I stand among those who are complete? He would have gone into depression and look for a way to end his life. But either his parent or himself brought this assurance of self-esteem, built him self-esteem to himself, that now he's a blessing to his world. And generations to come will still be blessed by the impact Pastor Nick is making, all because of self-esteem. Hello, my Dorcas. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Hello, my Big Bear. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Please help me share the video and invite your friends. And please drop your comment if you have anything to say. And if you actually want to contribute, you can just inbox me. I would add you up so you just contribute. So self-esteem is so important, and none of our parents should actually run away from it. Don't be too busy as a father, don't be too busy as a mother that you don't know that, oh, this my child does not have self-esteem, or this my child is lacking self-esteem. Don't be too busy. Don't be too busy, because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You will work so hard after you've run helter-skelter for 10-20 years, invested in this child, all because of lack of self-esteem. The child can get himself or herself killed. The child can join a bad gang and bring shame to you and your family. The child can become a torment to you. The child can become a torment to you. So you would not regret having given birth to this child. All because you also, as a father or as a mother, you never paid attention when they needed it. You never paid attention in this aspect of their life. So Uga is asking, is self-esteem an inborn trait? If yes, why do some people lack it? Well. I think all humans are born in different ways. Some children are quick or smart, or how do I say? Some children are very calm. Okay, but now being calm does not make you have low self-esteem. That you are calm in nature does not mean you have low self-esteem, or that you are very outspoken does not also make you have self-esteem. Okay, there are some people who are outspoken, but they don't have self-esteem. The inner man is dying in silence. The man who talks wanted to cover up the low self-esteem he or she is suffering. The person you are seeing who will say, oh, that guy is outspoken, or that girl is outspoken. They are just trying to cover up the error, what they are fighting, the battle they are fighting inside of themselves. So the only way they can cover it is to talk too much. Is to talk. They just want to talk, to show themselves, to make people see them. They are looking for attention. So that a child is quiet, like I said, does not mean that that child is born with that trait. But if a child is quiet, okay, all you have to do, you have to observe the child. Watch the child. How does this child respond to issues? How does this child respond to questions? Or how does this child respond to environment? How does this child respond to people around him or her? Okay? So that's a way you could find out the problem. If the child is just quiet, and also knows what to say at all time, beautiful. But if the child is quiet and does not want to say anything, and does not want to stand among people, or does not have this confidence, to bring out anything, to contribute, to do anything, then you have to work on that child, because whether you like it or not, that thing is going to affect the child. So you try as much as you can to, build in that self-esteem in that child. So some people could be born slow or, quiet and all that, but it might not be a problem at the moment. But what you have to do is to observe the child. When you feel that that child is having that low self-esteem, they don't have confidence in themselves. Now, what you have to do as a parent is to try to instill it inside of them. Oftentimes, try to talk them into, having to know who they are. All right. So, I don't know if I answered that question. I don't know if I answered that question. Okay. So Sir Williams is saying sometimes the society makes it pretty hard having fair rate of someone's special coming around some proud elements who consistently look down on others and create a huge gap between the haves and the have-nots. That's true. Society makes it worse. But you know what? If you have, imagine if for example, I know something, and I work in an office where somebody is just jealous with the fact that I always want to solve a problem, and maybe the person is my boss or something, and the person is working so hard to suppress me. Okay, I'm not gonna fight you. Truth cannot be hidden for too long. Okay, truth will always unveil itself. So I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to get upset. But all I'm going to do is just watch. Okay, an opportunity is going to show up whereby I'm going to be the one to speak for myself. Okay, when I'm given the opportunity to speak for myself, then no, you can't. Then there's nothing you can do about it. You can't suppress me. So if people understand their self-esteem, they will surpass what society can do to them. They will surpass what society can do to them. Okay? So they know who they are. But they wouldn't want what society the society is saying to cloud their view of themselves. To be cloud their view of themselves. All right? So if society, of course, try to differentiate between the have and don't have, or the poor, the rich, I don't know if I get the question properly. You know that not everybody who is probably rich today was rich yesterday. Okay? So if I'm in a state of poverty and you're trying to make mockery of me, I'm just laughing at your ignorance. I'm just laughing at you because you don't even know that. Okay, like today, I was watching the news that Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, just lost 1 billion euros, 1 billion euros to stock market. So he lost 1 billion euros to stock market. Now, Mark Zuckerberg of yesterday, while he was in school probably, might not be, okay, wasn't the billionaire, right? So imagine if somebody was laughing at him, that he's poor, or he cannot achieve the Facebook app he was creating and all that. I don't know what the person would have been saying today, right? So what I tell people is, don't allow what society is saying to becloud your view. Don't allow them to depress you, to bring you into depression, or to erase the real you, or to erase the self-confidence or the self-esteem, or to erase your personality. You can go ahead. Why not? Say what you want to say. But I know who I am. I understand myself. I know what I can do for myself. I know what I'm carrying. I know what I'm carrying. So I'm trying to read the comments from my laptop, and that's why I'm putting my head down sometimes. So I'm sorry about that. So my husband is saying each one of us have temperament, but this temperament can be influenced by environment which we grow up. Of course, this temperament can actually be influenced by friends, by situation, or by the families where we come from. Either your father is a bully, or your father is a drunk, or your mother is a prostitute or something. So, or the problem around you, poverty, or society, or environment where you find yourself, people always smoke, drink, rape, a lot of things. So a lot of things can actually depress people and make them lose their sense of self-worth and self-confidence. But what you have to do, what you owe yourself, is constant reassurance of who you are, constant reassuring your children, no matter the situation you find yourself today. Please don't forget to keep reassuring your children that tomorrow will be better, Of course, weeping may endure for a night, but joy will always come in the morning. So imagine a child whose father is a drunk, and other kids are always making fun of the child. Oh, your father is always drinking and falling inside, and falling around and looking dirty, smelling. The child tries to, have this low self-esteem, okay? But if perhaps the mother isn't like that, it takes a strong mother to keep talking to these children that you can't be like that. Your father wasn't like that, and you can't be like that. Okay, you have so much inside of you. God has made you in a way that you are here to solve people's problem. You are here to become solution to others. Do not allow what your friends are saying about us, or what your friends are saying about your dad, or about our poverty, or about our situation to affect you. Don't worry. There are people whose situations are even worse than ours, but today they are making names all over the world. They are great people all over the world. They are great men and women all over the world. Okay? So try to tell that child, of course, it's something you have to constantly do. Try to tell that child that the reason why God allowed this to happen is so that you can be a blessing for your generation, to your generation tomorrow. So you can use your situation and as an example of where you are coming from. So you have something to tell others. Okay? Your situation is like this. Why? For a reason. God made it for a reason. So you have a better tomorrow. So you can have a better thing to tell people tomorrow. So when you're giving people advice, you give as an experienced human. Okay? So such will help the child to keep building his or her confidence. I want to read what Chinwe wrote here. She said, sometimes it is our response to people that create low self-esteem. Thank you, ma. So it's what you give attention to that actually becomes the norm, becomes your norm, or becomes you or something. So do not pay attention to everything. Not everything people say you pay attention to. You know who you are. Whatever they say, just move on with your life. Okay, you are better off than a lot of things people are saying out there about you, about your parents, about whatever, about his condition, or about a lot of things. So just don't worry. It's just for the now. Tomorrow, those people might not have they won't have the same amount to say these things. So imagine those who were laughing at Mark Zuckerberg yesterday, that, oh, you think you can connect the world, you think you can make an app to connect the world. I don't know which mouths they would also use to say, oh, congratulations, you made it. So Mark Zuckerberg lost 1 billion euros today, and some people are like, you see, you don't know how to do business, you lost 1 billion euros, and they are mocking at him. Tomorrow he will make times 4, 5, 10 of that same amount. All right, so don't allow what people are saying to becloud your day. Machiwe, okay, she's also right. She said, because we don't appreciate people's effort by acknowledging their weaknesses and helping them to see their weaknesses as an opportunity to change for good, but we rather abuse them, talk down on them, and make them feel helpless, stupid. So helplessly stupid. So it is so wrong. It is so wrong. So when people make mistakes, when people fall, don't step on them. Don't step on them. Don't abuse them. Don't make them feel depressed. Don't make them feel they can't. Don't make them feel that they are the worst humans on earth. Come on, anybody can make mistake. Anybody can fall. Anybody can anybody can. Come on, we are all humans. We're all humans. So whenever people fall, please help them get up. Help push your kids. Tell them they can do it. If this is what they are called into, they can do it. Imagine if Thomas Edison, the man who made this light bulb, so if Thomas Edison had given up, all because of low self-esteem, or because of what environment said, or because of what people said, we wouldn't have been able to have this today. We wouldn't have been able to have this invention today. If Henry Ford, allowed what the then American, those who built America, if you watch the movie of those who built, the documentary on those who built America, when Henry Ford wanted to make that car, they suppressed him. They made life hell for him. They made life hell for him because Henry Ford wanted to make sure that everybody owned their personal cars. Because transportation system then was very expensive. It was only for the rich. The poor could not afford to buy a car. So Henry Ford had the passion to make cars so cheap that even the poor man can afford. So he had the vision and he wanted to bring it to pass. And the then car industry or car companies that rent cars they were suppressing Henry Ford. But what did he do? He didn't give up. He kept pushing until he won the lawsuit. And then today we had lots of cars made by Ford company and even other companies that sprang up, all thanks to Henry Ford, who never gave up by what society and people were saying about him. So there are a lot of things we would not have had today if people never pushed forward, if people never overlooked what others were saying and pushed forward to achieve what the goal they set for themselves. So self-esteem is so important that it covers all area of life. It covers all area of life. So please endeavor to build in self-esteem in your children, because you will benefit from it tomorrow as a human, as a mother, as a father. You will definitely benefit from it tomorrow. So those who have self-esteem, they can be hardly deceived. They can hardly be deceived. Those kids who have self-esteem, they can hardly be deceived. So imagine if a father or a mother is always telling her child how beautiful she is. Is always telling her child how beautiful she is. And then a guy who wants to take advantage of the girl, then tries to tell her how beautiful she is. Hello, does it really make any difference? She already knows that she's pretty. She already knows that she's pretty. Okay, I don't know if somebody's asking question. Sir Williams said, Topsy gift. You know there are a set of people in the society you won't just easily see, no matter your level of self-awareness. Please, can you help? Okay. For example, let's say, for example, your pastors, right? The GOs that own big ministries, you cannot easily see them. Why? Because they feel you are not on the same level. I don't know if I understand that question. Let me read it again. Let me read it again. Okay, mine has gone upward, so I have to bring it downwards a bit. Okay, he said, do you know there are a set of people in the society you won't just easily see, no matter your level of self-awareness? Okay, please, can you help? Okay, so your no matter your level of self-confidence, right, or no matter your level of your dignity, your self awareness, right? Okay, how much you know yourself and how much you understand what you're carrying, you can't easily see this group of people. Why? Because they are the high and mighty. I don't know if I understand you. They are the high and mighty. Of course, one thing about life is that you are not meant to see everybody. Okay, you are not, no matter how rich Mark Zuckerberg will be, he cannot see everybody. For example, he might not be able to see, I don't know Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you know. I don't know Mark Zuckerberg. I've not met him. He hasn't met me. Okay, now he is the high and mighty, in quotes, and I am in the middle class or in the low class or whatever. But it doesn't make me have low self-esteem. If your GOs cannot be reached, or pastors, big men of God, they can't be reached, it doesn't create the awareness of low self-esteem. If I understand your question properly, it doesn't. When the time comes, when you become a solution provider, let's say, for example, now when Mark Zuckerberg was trying to connect Facebook, trying to create the app of Facebook, I don't think he was actually having the mindset of being able to see everybody on earth. He had a target, but he knows where he's going, and of course he cannot see everybody, even no matter how large the app is. But I believe, even as Mark Zuckerberg is today, there are some places he will not be welcomed. No matter how big he is, he won't be welcomed. All right, and of course there are places he can easily penetrate because he is wealthy and high and mighty. So I believe when the time comes, you are going to reach these people. Okay, if Mark Zuckerberg today want to meet our GOs in 1 minute, it will work. It will work. Connection, it will work. No, as in, nobody will stop him. Nobody will stop. In fact, the door is 24/7 open. Why? Because he's in the high class, right? Okay, so just know that you've not been able to reach some particular group of people today should not in any way depress you, should not reduce your self-worth, should not take away your self-esteem. Please don't throw away your self-esteem for anybody, no matter who the person is. Just know that you are made in the image and likeness of God, and Everybody has something to offer on this planet Earth. This planet Earth, God made us different, in different ways, differently, different purposes. So if this person is achieving his or her purpose, I should look for my own purpose to also achieve, to also carry out. Now, somebody is standing in the altar and making name or being a blessing to humanity. Somebody can be in an engineering field and also be making name. So, and now, because you are in a engineering field and you are carrying out your purpose and you're making name, you can easily reach this person of yesterday that you couldn't reach. So just know that the same person you are seeing as high and mighty, you can also become high and mighty tomorrow if you understand yourself, if you understand the area of your passion or your gift or your talent, work on it and become the best in the world. People will look for you. The same people you are looking up to today as high and mighty will look for you. You weren't relevant yesterday, but you have become even much more relevant today and even tomorrow. So let me read comment by my husband, Clemsy Clement. He say, at Williams, when you build yourself so much to the extent that you become a solution to problems in your society, the people you think are difficult to see will be once longing for an opportunity to see you. Make yourself indispensable and needed. Like I said. Thank you so much, sir. That's what I just said now. So you are not indispensable. You are so great. You have to understand how much you worth. You know, by the Bible said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Now, if you come to the knowledge of who you are and what you're carrying and what you're made of, and start working towards that aspect of life, believe me, in no time, the same people you are seeing as high and mighty are going to be the ones to be begging to see you. They'll be calling you, sir. Please, of course, they can't even reach you directly most times. They have to be calling your managers. Please, when do we see him? How can we see him? Or we want to invite him to an occasion, or want to invite him for a program, or want to invite him for just 5 minutes, or just 10 minutes. Please, spare us your 10 minutes. So, everybody that is great today are great because they worked to achieve that greatness. Okay, so you are not in any way a lower being. You are not in any way to be belittled. You are not they are not in any way better than you. The only difference is that they found what they love to do and they worked towards it and they achieved it. So the difference in it's that you get what you want. You understand what your passions are. Focus on it, work day in, day and night to achieve it, and believe me, you are going to become relevant as much as they are. Yeah, so he is saying people with solutions have easy access worldwide. Of course, if that, like I was saying previously, if somebody wakes up tomorrow and said, I want to make a car that can be folded and pocketed, and you can take your car any place in the world, imagine, you are going to get relevance. Oh boy, the whole world is going to be looking for you. Everybody wants to associate with you. Why? Because it's a man who has solution that people are looking for. No, not a man who is a complainer or who has problems and looking for who to solve it for him. So thank you so much for that. I thank God that you were able to understand, what we're saying. So now I want to look at the negative aspects of lack of self esteem. Of course, we've talked about few of it while I was talking about the positive aspect of it. Now, of self esteem. So youths with low self esteem do not feel like they have any positive words or character or anything to give to the world. So they thereby feel ashamed, embarrassed, guilty, sad, and they are always angry at themselves or people around them. They're always angry. Little thing can always upset them. They want to take on you. They want to get on. They just want to inflict that anger that is inside of them to somebody. Teachers who have this problem are the ones that always have problems with students. Because if a teacher is teaching and this teacher have low self-esteem, and mistakenly a student just laugh, maybe somebody said something funny and the teacher didn't get to hear, and somebody else laughed, believe me, you are finished. The teacher is going to rain insult on you. The teacher is going to as if the laughter was just directly on her. Now, even if the child explains, "Ma, I wasn't laughing at you, ma. I'm sorry, ma. I wasn't laughing at you. Oh, he said something, or she said something funny. Okay, what did she say? Oh, she said this." But the teacher is not going to still believe that this is what they are laughing at. The teacher is going to think that they are laughing at me because I'm not beautiful, or I'm not handsome, or I'm short, or I'm not tall, or I'm not, my handwriting is not nice. So the teacher is going to look for something. Why? Because this child is already suffering from low self-esteem. So everything is irritating. Everything, he or she gets upset. And then these are the people who carry anger over. They pour anger on you even when you do not commit any sin, you do not do anything bad. The teacher just come to the class and start hitting and flogging everybody. All of you need them. And punish the whole class. Ask the teacher, what is the problem? What happened? They really cannot tell. So people who suffer from low self-esteem, they are going to inflict pain on others. They are going to inflict pain on others. So they always have anger problem. They are easily embarrassed. They always easily feel embarrassed. There's this guilt that they carry inside of them. They're always feeling ashamed, and they cannot relate properly with others. Hello, Fanye, thank you for joining. Hello, Ma. Engineer Grace, thank you for joining. God bless you. So the second thing is that people who have low self-esteem, they are less likely to be happy. Of course, they are always sad people, and they are most likely to have emotional or social problem. We've talked about part of it while I was talking. So these things are going to be carried over. So don't overlook your children when you notice that they don't have self-esteem. Please work on it for them. Else, they are either going to find themselves in relationships where they are going to be bullied, or they are going to have problems with people. They're going to have problems with their managers. They're going to have problems with their boss. So they're going to have problems, a lot of problems. Okay, so you have to please work on your children's self-esteem so they can be better people tomorrow in society, so they can better their world and make you proud and make you happy, and most of all, make God proud and make God happy. Make better use of their life and their time on earth. Okay, so they'll be so excited. They'll be happy that they had you as a father or as a mother. They'll be so happy. They'll be so proud of the world that they are in. They'll be so happy that they were able to contribute the little knowledge they had to better the lives of others. So please don't overlook the low self-esteem in your kids. Okay, my parents never took note of whether we had low self-esteem or not. In fact, they made it even worse. But it took me a lot of struggle, like I said previously, it took me a lot of work on myself to bring back my self-esteem, that I could do Facebook Live today. Don't go there. I was never like this before. That I could talk in public, that I could say one thing, I would run for my life. I will be sweating both internally and externally. I will be my palms will be sweating just that somebody asked me a question. It's that bad. I didn't know. I was asking God, is that the way I was made? Why? Because my father even made matters worse for us. Okay, he made life miserable for us. So that's how he killed our self-esteem. it killed our self-esteem. So Machiwe is laughing. I'm telling you, asking a child what is it now, and you are just sweating internally, and you're sweating, or your palms everywhere, you are sweating. You are feeling so much heat, as if they are going to kill you. It's so bad. It's so bad. So imagine growing up like that. Okay, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. So help your children. Let's help our kids. Let's help our neighbors who do not have this awareness. Help create awareness in them. Try to tell them that this is not how the more you say these things to this child, you are worsening the child's confidence. Okay, try to tell them the better way to make their child brighter children, to make their child to have self-confidence and even achieve better results. Anywhere they are finding difficult, any subject or anything they are finding difficult, they can have the confidence of attempting to be better in that aspect of life, that they can do it. Okay, because most parents are not being taught. They don't know these things. My father don't know, my mother doesn't know what self-esteem or what the importance of self-esteem. So why would I teach what I don't know? So it's only what you know that you can impact your children. So they only carry over what they probably learned from their own parents, and they impact to their own children. So thinking life is like that. So but the generations that are becoming wiser and becoming better, they can please impact the children around them, their society, their own children, and wherever you find yourself, make people better. Try to teach them the way to make life better, because if everybody takes takes this into account and starts teaching their kids, the world is going to be a better place. I wouldn't want to hurt another person. Why? Because I have self-esteem. I also think that this person has self-esteem. This person also has self-worth. This person was not just made, God did not just create this person to wonder about smoke or bring problem to us. Okay, this person was also here for a reason. This person is having this particular problem just because they have low self-esteem, and the only way they can express their self-esteem is to bully others and make people feel angry, because they are angry already. So don't blame them. They already they having low self-worth, they have low self-esteem, so they are always angry and inflicting pains on others. So but just try to see how you can help them, and tomorrow, believe me, they will be grateful that they met you as a friend, or as a colleague or something. Okay, so please help better the lives of others out there, and let's keep sharing the video and help somebody out there to become a better father, a better mother, a better uncle, auntie, friend, or whatsoever. So thank you so much for watching. Hello, Ma Olayinka. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Thank you, Ma Vivian Success. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget, keep sharing the video. I'm sure these topics are not usually common. A lot of people don't really see it as something important, but it happened to me and I suffered it so much, and that is why I've come out to share it, so we can help others. So thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you for all your comment. I so much appreciate. God bless all of you. For those of you who commented, and those of you who did not comment, I still appreciate. Okay, God bless you. Somebody saying good morning. Oh, thank you so much. This is good evening here in Ukraine. Good evening. So okay, thank you so much for joining. Share the video. Keep sharing, and God bless you. So until I come your way next time, I remain Topsy Gifts. All right, so bye guys. Oh.